Welcome to this episode of What Does the Raw Say? Brought to you by God. Thus begins the story of Deborah, aka Little Debbie. So Israel is acting a fool. No. Israel is not one person, it's like millions of people. You know, doing their normal thing, like not obeying God, checking their cell phones religiously, but not seeing God's praises.
My cell phone has no data. Carl hasn't texted me back yet.
Jamie hasn't even liked my profile picture yet.
They didn't have any cell phones back then. Delete them. So in the book of Judges comes after the first 5 books of the Bible and the book of Joshua, but like usual in Judges, they are oppressed by another nation, not Israel, right? And God used many judges to deliver Israel time and time again. And Deborah, also known as Little Debbie in this episode, she and Barak were used by God to deliver Israel from the hand of Canaan. And the king's name that they were delivered from was Jabin. And Deborah led the charge to overthrow them and deliver Israel once again. So Jael was another person in this episode of God's deliverance and justice. Jael was the wife of Hebner the Kenite. Well, Heber's wife, Jael, had a crazy plan. And it says that in verse 21 of chapter 4, Jael picked up a tent peg. Talk about a destructive camping trip. Picked up a tent peg and a hammer and went quietly to him while he lay fast asleep, exhausted.
Of course you can take a nap, Sisera.
And she drove the peg through his temple into the ground.
In hell!
That's a long temple. And he died. I don't know if you gathered that, but he definitely died. Just like, really, in J.R.R. Tolkien's Return of the King, where Eowyn stabs that awful king right through, skewers the guy. Nobody can kill me!
Good thing I'm not the
I feel like this story was inspired a little bit by Tolkien, or maybe vice versa since it was before Tolkien. And on that day, God used that to help Deborah and Barak subdue the Canaanite king. So Little Debbie wasn't so little. She was actually one of the great characters of the book of Judges that God used to judge both Israel and to deliver. So every judge in the book of Judges was not just a deliverer, but someone that God used to judge the injustice that the Israelites had been doing. So she both convicted them, but also freed them from the evil hands of the nation of Canaan. And just to be honest, you know, you're going to look at a tent peg differently from this point. The script today was brought to you by the Bible. Also, Return of the King by J.R.R. Tolkien. Also, God. This story and many like it can be found in the Bible, and you should live it out in your own life, because the same things that happened in Deborah's life, God wants to do in your life.
Go right ahead.
And most of all, it has been brought to you by God!
Jamie hasn't liked my profile picture yet.
Carl hasn't texted me back. And my cell phone has no Wi-Fi. Wait, no.
No mortal man can kill me.
I don't want to try now.
Yeah.
They're complaining about everything. They're just a bunch of whiners, a bunch of crybabies, like a bunch of little toddlers, little infants, little milk drinkers. You know, the huge.
Jamie hasn't liked my profile picture yet.
Carl hasn't texted me back.
Okay, try it again. Something.
Just laugh and pretend it's not.
No, dump track that. Wait, what was that? I'll wait for a cue. I'm like,
My mixtape drops on the 21st. Of course you can take a nap, Sisera.
in hell. Ah!